Hi Gemini, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Uh, it's literally very funny because I'm sitting here at the kids' table on a kids' chair. I think it's IKEA with a new camera and just a little bit of a different setting. I mainly want you guys to feel a bit sorry for me. I won't take up too much time on going over anything. You guys know how all this works, and I'm just gonna go straight into it and not talk away the time. I'm Swedish, and therefore I will throw a bit of Swedish clarification in there where I feel like maybe the English needs some assistance for the Swedish peeps. But I think you're good. Let's see what Gemini, tvilling, that is tvilling in Swedish. The Geminis are up to this week, and what you will draw through me. There's one. And it's not a typical tarot reading. I think you know that by now. Geminis, didn't you have this last week? I think you did. And maybe you didn't get it. And so therefore it has to come a second time. Sorry about that. That was a bit harsh. And next to the, usually I don't look at at both cards at the same time. Jesus, I can't talk. I need some clarification. At the same time, usually I just do one and one at a time. But next to each other, sorry, I'm just looking into it. It's a bit cramped here on the table. You're struggling with stuff right now. The color is called two stakes. What is going on? Is this you guys? Because I've done 2 readings and my being able to express myself has been just fine, and now I can't find the words. I'm tripping over my words, and maybe that's what you've been going through. That there's something you want to express yourself in a way, and you sort of can't, or you really literally trip over your words, like you can't say it clearly. It's I feel like a 2 steps forward and 1 step back. 2 steps forward and 1 step back. It feels like I'm 99% sure that you got this last week, and it was about listening to your intuition. I think it was about opening your third eye. It was about opening your throat chakra, if I don't remember it all that incorrectly. And when you go through that sort of a major change, and it feels like new thing, old but new, it's like a phrase, old but new, put in however that applies in your life. It's like, I'm doing this again, but I'm doing it with a new set of eyes, or I'm revisiting this old job. Oh, sorry, but I'm having different skill sets now, so the thing that I'm doing it so much more well. Or if for instance you meet old friends, maybe you didn't stand up for yourself with old friends before, but now it's like you're speaking your truth. At least this is what it sort of implies, and this is what it asks of you, and that I feel like you're going through right now. And it's like, over a period of time here, some people have sort of almost forced themselves out of your life, and it has been necessary. It feels like I'm all over the place right now when I'm delivering this message. I don't know if I even keep a red thread here, like all the way through. So just bear with me. And maybe that is you, Gemini, as well. I know you're all about having a gazillion things going at once. So it feels like over a period of time, you have really found out who your friends were and who your friends weren't. And also, it sort of was like I can't explain this in any other way. It was like, okay, I have this group of people in my life, and they're coming with a certain vibration or a certain energy, and that energy sort of drags, sorry to say, but everything and everyone down. Not so much like, oh my god, I see what you're doing, and I see that you drag me and my situation down. It was sort of more on a subtle level at times, a bit not so subtle at times as well, but it wasn't like it was terrible person doing terrible things, but it was a bad energy, a sort of overall negative energy. And it really is good that that person or those people, I feel like they're gone from your life. And in order for, it was like you kept them around and you kept a certain vibration yourself and a certain energy yourself, and you were looking for new things, maybe new house, maybe new money, maybe new relationships, maybe new body, just everything, every area of your life, like new. And in order for the new to come in or to improve, it was like it just couldn't improve, or it just couldn't happen until it was like, as long as you kept that group of people. And I don't it's not like it's 5-6 people, it could be one, it could be two, it could be three, like just a small group of people, or just even one that sort of took up all that space as a group with their negative energy. And it was like, as long as you kept them around, money couldn't come in, new people couldn't come in, new job, new house, new relationship couldn't come in. And it was like, it was a constant battle to, like, I know what I want, and I know I want this to work, and why doesn't it work? And like, and then it was like something happened, and they sort of forced themselves out of your life, if that makes sense. And so it left like a, finally it left like a big opening. Like, it was almost like, this is gonna sound really bad and really hard, like harsh a bit, like I'm there a bit. It feels like the people that were in your life that sort of took up this space from you, because it was so negative, the thing that you wanted for so long just could not happen. And when you compare a person when they cross over to the other side, like if they have a gazillion things like illnesses and resistance going on in their body, and they like move over to the other side, they die, literally, it's time for them to die, and so they cross over to the other side. What happens is that in an instant of taking that last breath, it just lifts up from their body. So everything that is a struggle, sort of, no matter what it is about, sort of gets off of them, and they sort of just become light. Like, this is the metaphor for you. I feel like the person or people that were in your life, when they cut themselves, it's important to say, because I feel like it feels like you would have dragged it out, you would have kept them around longer. So it was like I want to focus on saying they kick themselves out. It was like if they were your roommate, if they were living really close to you, it would be like they kicked themselves out. You didn't have to do it. They sort of like, I don't want to live here anymore, and just kick themselves off. And when they did, it was like you would have died and gone to heaven. And when that lifted from you, you raised your vibration, and in came some stuff. I feel like it didn't take too long for maybe the house to fall into place, maybe for you to start seeing more money, maybe getting along better with friends or new friends, maybe meeting a new partner. Something shifted and could finally just come in and land and be all good, because that other energy just left. And that is a lesson for you. This is coming up a second time, and it's a lesson for you. It's like, don't keep people around that are dragging you down, or that are not lifting your spirit, or doesn't inspire you, and like draws like the good, the yummy person out of you. If you feel like they're just negative, and it doesn't even have to be that they're dragging you down. If you're still around people that sort of, they can't wait to just talk negatively about other people, or about just gossiping about other people, or I don't know, take it how it applies to you. It's a lesson for you to not wait until something major happens so they sort of kick themselves off. You have the right to leave them before that. You have the right to not spend so much time with them and not invite them. Like, if they don't ask, don't invite them. And so I feel like when finally you lifted that vibration, it was like, yes, you really enjoyed it. You really started to see some shift and some good, yummy stuff coming in. However, and this is like, my second home or second nature is Abraham Hicks. And to me, when they say, like, if a person asks to win the lottery, and they say, you're not ready, vibrationally you're not ready to win the lottery, and the person asking say, I'll take my chances and we'll see, and I'll decide if I'm ready or not. It just feels like they try to explain that there is a certain, we think that if this just comes in, it will fix things. If this just comes in, that will make me happy, or blah blah blah. And it feels a tiny bit like you've won the lottery before you were really in tune with it, if that makes any sense. It's like something has come into your life, or you because of that shift of the negative energy just going out from your life, and now replaced with this new stuff, and you raised your vibration so much. It happened like, another thing that Abraham would say is that nothing really in that big of a shift can happen because it's that big of a shift. It sort of is the next logical step. But I feel for you, you sort of skipped over the next logical step and went to like from step 1 to 10 straight away, and step 1 to 2 or 3. And because you did that sort of a shift, you are experiencing yummy stuff, and you are feeling like you're more on the right path than you've been in a long time, and that is all beautiful and all good. But because the shift is so strong and so light and so fast, the impact of the stuff wanting to come in sort of makes you a bit stumbly. It's like you're a teenager in your body that sort of trips over things and spills your coffee out, and you're just really clumsy, if that makes any sense. And so it just feels like in order for you to now manage this lottery win that you were sort of not completely in sync with, you need to organize your own energy. You need to really focus and not and think twice before you do something. Or if you're meeting people, plan ahead how it's gonna go. If you're gonna drive somewhere, plan ahead how the drive is gonna go. Whatever you're doing, plan ahead, because it feels like the clumsiness can sort of lead you into a bit of a trouble situation, and it's just taking a bit of a toll on your body. Like, you can feel actually when this is a good metaphor, thank you. Like, for instance, if you run the fastest you can, like for 60 seconds, you just run the fastest you can, and so the speed is really fast, and you're cramping everything out of your body, and you feel alive, and the adrenaline is just pumping in your body. But at the end of those 60 seconds, you're going to be exhausted because you're not, you can't hold that pace up for that long. You sort of need some rest in between, and that pace is what it feels like. it feels like you have the potential of running 30 seconds and be fine with it and not be like completely exhausted afterwards. And now you're running 60 seconds and you sort of have the strength for 30. Your dominant vibration are at a strength for 30, and the vibration that sort of has just come in and that you put yourself in right now is at the 60 seconds, and you sort of don't really have the dominant, I don't know if I'm making any sense to you guys, but like, I'm just saying, work on yourself. Continue to just be light and positive. Cut people out of your life. Just, I know it sounds harsh, but that doesn't serve you or lift you up. That you feel like it's not a match anymore. Or cut stuff out from your life that sort of drains you, or if it's stuff that gets too much, just gone with it. And even the good can get too much good. Listen to your body. Listen. Intuition. I don't want to see this card next week again. There's something about listening and you sort of haven't really paid attention. You need to start to focus more. But you're in such a good, like, it's not too bad that you're in too of a good situation that you need to focus. If you were in such a lousy situation that you needed to focus, then it's harder. You're sort of coming from a really good place that you can have that time to focus. Okay, guys. I didn't even show you the other card because it's a bit... Yeah, maybe I did. Well, anyway, Gemini, I hope you liked the reading. I hope it helps you over the week. And please subscribe if you like it and share with your friends if you want. And maybe I see you at the kids' table next week again. Take care. Bye.